Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, February 11, 2024. Try not to make big promises in love with a sweetheart that you can't fulfill today. You can't feel like you can't rescaling the moon. Mental Mercury, our planet of the mind and communication, orbits in your solar house of hopes, dreams, and friendships. You may choose to attend a lavish date or event, but it may end up costing you a pretty penny. While you could certainly have a tremendously wonderful time, try to possess restraint at this time. Singles may have a dazzling opportunity to meet someone who inspires them. Talking about money can go one of two ways. Ideally, pay transparency should be a thing, but that is not always how it turns out to be. If you are frank about your pay, then something may come up when Mercury in Aquarius squares Jupiter in Taurus. You could be talking to a friend or colleague when the topic of money comes up. No matter how it happens, the conversation may not go as planned. On the one hand, it could be informative. On the other hand, someone may leave the conversation upset about their pay. Thanks to the moon's departure from your career sector yesterday, you are not only able to move into Venus and Mars' final days here with confidence, but with a read on planets across the income, work, and career fronts that are still and will continue to work in harmony. The last few days have made this more obvious, but this is something that is still evolving. It's never too late to go in the direction you want to. Today's planetary alignment lights up the path not taken, and even a steadfast person can be inspired to turn and make its way to a new opportunity. Indeed, your inner voice will tell you something under this transit, and it is in your best interest to listen. Calming, relaxing exercise will help you. Yoga, Pilates, stretching, lifting weights, do whatever you find grounds you. Hot baths are also recommended. The world may feel like a brand new place for you today. You should see you rejuvenated and ready to take on just about anything. Of the challenges for you can be a lack of follow-through. Keep this in mind as you review the opportunities that come to you. Be sure that you can go the distance. If a project isn't exciting enough, it might not hold your interest for long. A new moon is always an opportunity for new beginnings, but today's new moon in your sector of friendship, teamwork, and networking is also the start of a new era. While the Sun is only here for a month, and even Mercury, the planet of communication, will be gone in 2 weeks, Pluto, the planet of change and transformation, is in the early weeks of a 20-year visit. With Venus and Mars returning next week, this is the beginning of a whole new journey and a life chapter where it is more about people and making connections. Just days after the Sun's friendly aspect to the South Node in your relationship sector, the Moon, separating from a new moon that has brought an opportunity for new beginnings, is doing the same. With Mercury, the planet of communication, set to form the same aspect next week, layer by layer the support for friendship and relationship building is increasing. Our Eyes in the Sky. Featuring only easy and flowy astrological aspects, today promises to be stress-free. The moon is in Pisces, creating the perfect vibes for breaking your Sunday routine by taking the scenic route. For those in a social mood, it's the ideal time to spend with your chosen tribe. Alternatively, the ground is fertile for giving birth to new and creative ideas and making art. Mystics will be naturally drawn to their tarot decks as their desire to connect with the other side deepens. However, acting rashly and spontaneously could have adverse effects on your situation. You might forget agreements you've previously made and may turn up late for your appointments. Unreliability could strain your relationships, especially if you're attracted to others. It's advisable to rein in these feelings and see what develops first before making impulsive decisions. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and take the first step. You will likely be welcomed and forgiven, and you'll be glad that you initiated the reconciliation. When it comes to finances, consider taking other people's advice. Not because you can't rely on your own luck, but because they can genuinely help you out. You might be offered attractive financial products if you consult with experts. The same applies to other financial transactions or acquisitions. While you can do fine on your own, collaborating with others could lead to even better outcomes. At the same time, Venus, the planet of love, has reached her last weekend in your career sector. As she wraps up her mission to fuel your professional confidence, attract opportunities, and steer things in a lucrative direction, she separates from a friendly aspect to planets on the income and job fronts. This makes it easier to look to the future with confidence, especially with other planets staying on to keep the momentum going. The first weekend in 3 months without planetary activity in your financial sector presents an opportunity to pause and reflect before the focus shifts to the income side of the financial fence next week. This week began with the moon in your financial sector, and in the past 3 days, the departure of the first planet has left you with a lot to unpack and process. As obstacles continue to mount, it's crucial not to overstretch the resources needed to address them. Evaluate which obstacles hinder your progress or are worth investing time and energy in. Avoid errors that could lead to a deterioration in the effort required to handle them effectively. While tempting investment offers may come your way, exercise patience. Lack of complete information, potential catches, surprises, or inconvenient coincidences could impact your investment negatively. Physically and mentally, you feel completely at ease and invigorated, enjoying activities and sharing experiences with those closest to you. Your positive energy is attractive and heartening, strengthening both existing and new relationships. This support becomes invaluable during moments of self-doubt. Waking up early is easier than usual, and you feel exhilarated and full of positive attitude. Aches and pains seem to disappear magically, leaving you feeling invigorated overall. It's important not to overexert yourself. Take it easy with planned physical activities, allowing your body's energy to flow naturally.